Welcome to the Sports Betting Podcast, where three friends attempt to profit off of one man's uncanny ability to pick losers. Operation Fade Jerry starts now.
Let's make some money.
And here we are in the OFJ.
In the zone, in the zone.
Yes, indeed, indeed. Coming off a very magical week.
Magic for you.
Certainly was. I got back to my my usual, I shouldn't say usual, but I was happy to have a 4-2 week. Rondo, you did okay with a 3-2-1 week. You did have a push. But both of us were on the positive side of the stars. And most miraculously, our Dr. Bennett went 3-3. So he broke his string of 2 and 4s.
Or worse.
With a nice 500 record, which to a normal human being is like 5-1.
Still resulted in negative stars, though.
But it's progress, Jerry, progress.
My question to Jerry would be, last week
changed.
you predicted we were entering an alternate universe.
Yes.
Where you would, things would turn around and you would start winning. Do you still carry that confidence?
No. Although I did win one extra game, but I still had negative stars. So I was hoping for a sweep of, 22 stars and 6-0 and all this, but maybe next week.
Okay.
Just
right.
wait till next week.
How did you do outside of the podcast?
I did actually quite well outside of the podcast.
See?
And I need to report that for transparency, I suppose, right? So
yeah, why not?
Okay.
I hit the Broncos, which I don't think was one of my picks, over the Chiefs. I cashed out the Browns while I still was in positive on that.
I did that as well.
I hit the Dolphins.
Ravens second half.
I hit the Dolphins, which was one of my picks, over the Commanders, -1.5. That was.
I lost on that because I faded you.
I hit Virginia over Duke. They crushed them, and I made big money on that because I bet like 12 stars on that.
Well done.
Wow.
So yeah, outside the podcast, I did okay, but I did lose Oklahoma State and Kansas State. I think that was the week before, and I lost. The fucking Texans burned me over the Tennessee. That was a podcast pick. That's about it. So,
that's active, Jerry. That's an active weekend for us following you.
Yeah.
It keeps us on our toes. We really have to see when you make that move, we have to follow along and make quick decisions. So I love the activity, the energy on yourself. Just keep it up.
You love getting my texts, those pings. Bam. Oh, there, Jerry bet.
Love it. Love it. Action. When you got action, the world has action.
I got action.
Also proves that hope springs eternal. So never too late.
I think I actually did have a positive cash return across all of those. So
there you go.
It was good.
So overall for the season, my record now stands at 39-31 for a 557 clip. Pete, you've improved a little bit with a 36-31-2 record for a 521 clip. And Dr. Bennett, you're a 400 hitter at a 28-42 record. So in Major League Baseball, you'd be a multi-millionaire. Think of it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
That's about. I play baseball probably as good as I bet.
Well, again, hope springs eternal. Let's go to the spreadsheet real quick and just do a check on where we're at star-wise for the season. and then we'll hop into picks.
Where we are star-wise. Never end a
Sounds like a
sentence in
plan.
the position.
Bring out the stars.
The stars are upon us. So, as Jack mentioned, here's our summary. Jack had 4 wins, Pete had 3 wins, Jerry had 3 wins, Jack wins 2.64 stars, Pete wins 3.07 stars, Jerry loses 2.96 stars. Pete, with the overall number of stars win superior, also has the superior number of fade Jerry. So there is a trend there. The trend is your friend, as Peter likes to say.
Got a little momentum, guys. And, it's not a whole lot of analysis. It's about fade and Jer.
I was going to ask, what are the star totals for the season?
The star totals for the season are here. So Jack is at 4.53 stars total for the season. Peter is at 324, a very close second. And I continue to lower the basement at minus 26. Graphically, it looks like this. You two have gotten pretty close.
I'm liking that. Making a little move on Jackie Boy. Could be a photo finish.
We'll see what happens this week.
That's right. So that's really about it for the cumulative wins to date. You already covered that. I like to look at cumulative losses to date, which of course I am winning, which is the only category I'm winning.
Well, you're a winner in our book, Jer.
Thank you.
Indeed.
There's the last cumulative losses to date graph. You notice the slope of my line changed just a little bit with that 3-3 this week. So, maybe I can make the turn and join you guys down here below the blue line. We'll see.
But I think what we learned last week, Jerry, wasn't so much you were 3 for 3. It was the games where you had the highest number of stars.
Yes.
That kind of sticks out to me. There's something to be read about the games that you were most confident in.
Yes, let's look at that. There's my picks. Missed them. So I had 4 stars on the Texans, and that lost. And I had 4 stars on the Jets, and that lost. And all the rest were 3. So anyhow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, what are you going to do but make more picks and try again?
There's the end of my report for the week. I'm depressed. I can't win at betting. I'm depressed.
No, you're not, Jerry. You're not depressed.
I am.
You've got some momentum going. 3-3 last week was outstanding.
I know, really.
My fantasy football team is in last place. Both of my bands have folded. I can't get in and find another band. Everything I do is wrong. I go to the store. I stay too long. I go for butter. I bring back lard. I go to fuck and my dick's not hard. It's like everything.
All right. Well, let's prevent the audience from throwing themselves out windows right now. And
let's get into the college picks, Jerry. It's exciting.
Let's move into the picks.
We're getting near playoffs.
That's right, Jerry. We're very captivated to find out who you're going to wager on this week. So, if you wouldn't mind, why don't you start us off in the college football world?
All right. So this week, I'm kind of staying local.
I know who you're betting on.
Florida State is coming to town to play NC State. And I looked at the history of this game, and it seemed to me that NC State is notorious for upsetting a much better Florida State team almost all the time. That factually in the other universe is not the case. It's about 50-50. I think they're 5-5. They split the wins in the last 10 outings, but the Florida State does come to town this week. Both of these teams are completely unpredictable. So I'm looking at this game as an unpredictable game. The line is 5.5 points for NC State, and they're the home team. I like NC State to cover that 5.5 points. And I also, in the interest of upping my star total, I'm going to parlay this game
Uh-oh.
with the under. The over under is 59.5, which is, that's a lot of points for these two up and down mediocre teams. Florida State started off really hot this year, but they've certainly cooled off. NC State had some quality wins, but then they also had some horrendous losses. So I'm going NC State over Florida State in a parlay with 5.5 points, taking the under 59.5 for odds of 200 plus 224.
Excellent.
That's a three stars.
3 stars.
3
Okay, very good.
Swinging for the fences there, Jerry. I love it.
Yes. So my second game, another kind of hot and cold team is Louisville. And Louisville is hosting SMU. Louisville, I think they beat like Miami and Virginia. They beat some ranked teams. They did really good. And they were in a ball buster with Clemson last week, and they just lost it in the last minute. Clemson kicks a field goal, beats them by 1 point. So Louisville's hot. They're ready to go. SMU, that they had a few good wins. They want to win at home, of course, but I'm all over Louisville on this one. I'm Louisville money line for 4 stars on this one. Odds plus
Money
one
line. Well, what's the spread on that game?
plus 120. It's like 2.5 points.
Okay.
It's Louisville 2.5. That's why I went money line. 2.5 points is it's hardly worth taking the points. I might as well get the extra payout. So I got money line. Louisville over SMU, 4 stars.
Love the confidence.
SMU at home too.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Very good. Rondo, you're smiling. Why don't you hop right in?
I just got to go SMU money line, home team. And one of the things I've been reading a lot about SMU, boy, they got some boosters. They're doing some investing in their players, and it's a fade Jerry move. I'm not going to justify it, but I will just quickly go SMU money line. I kind of had a pivot from another pick I was looking at, so bear with me. What would SMU money line be? It's going to be minus 142.
That's correct.
For 3 stars.
3 stars. Very good. Quick, easy, and peasy.
Gotcha.
Second college pick, a little bit more complicated. I was kind of looking at who's going to make the playoffs, who's got something on the line. I was looking at Oklahoma over Missouri. Then I was also looking at BYU over Cincinnati. And I'm going to go with the Sooners over Missouri minus 7.5. I hate the spread because I know Missouri Tigers have played a lot of teams tight this year. But Oklahoma wins this game and wins it by 14 at home. I just think they clinched a playoff spot. So I'm going with the Sooners with 3 stars. That's going to be minus 7.5. And that's going to be for minus 105 for 3 stars. So going with the Oklahoma Sooners. I'm going to back off of BYU, though I really wanted to take them versus Cincinnati, but I'll have to think about that as a bonus pick. I'm going to just, no nonsense, pass it right over to Jackie.
Very good. Very good. Rondo, for once, you and I agree. You boys know I was a big believer in Missouri Tigers this season. That is until their quarterback got hurt. The true freshman backup, he just hasn't been great. Since that injury, the Tigers have gone 1-2, losing by 7 points to Vanderbilt, getting spanked by Texas A&M 38-17. Last week, they did rout poor Mississippi State by 22, but in that game, the Tigers featured a run-heavy offense, and that freshman quarterback, he only threw the ball 15 times. Now they get to face the 8th-ranked Sooners in Norman. They'll be looking to lay it on somebody to solidify their playoff status after last week's near miss versus the Crimson Tide. Oklahoma is nothing special on offense. They rank 90th in the nation, but they could play some defense with an 11th-ranked yards against and 8th-ranked points against D, surrendering a measly 14.8 per contest. Missouri, on the other hand, scored 27 points in its recent games against ranked opponents with that freshman quarterback. So this adds up to a double-digit home win for the Sooners. I'll take them -7.5 for 4 stars, Jer. And that, as Rondo said, is -105 odds.
Wow, I was sure you were going Missouri.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I was sure you were going to bet Georgia Tech, Jerry.
No.
All right. So now I'm torn because there's a part of me that does want to fade Jerry here and go with SMU. I looked at that game, and I kind of like the ponies there over the Cardinals. But I also like my
that would be a fade.
Yep. All right. I'm going SMU. I'll
Come on, mix it up a little bit. How am I going to get in first place?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I mean, now you're just playing the safe game.
No, I'm really not. I
don't know, Jerry. You know, Jack does that old poker face, like I'm not that stupid or that smart. He's playing it.
I am that stupid.
He is that stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Okay. With that said, I do like the other game that I picked, so I'll stick there.
Yes.
Fine. Who is it?
A little diversity. Right. We love diversity.
But you're going to have to listen to my analysis now.
Oh, boy. Here it comes.
I know, right? So after getting a wake-up call from SMU 3 weeks ago that hindered Miami's playoff chances, they are all but out of the ACC race. The Hurricanes have been pasting teams with 2 back-to-back blowouts of Syracuse and North Carolina State. In the meantime, Virginia Tech struggled all season. They lost in similar fashion, getting routed by Florida State and, ironically, Louisville. Vatek clearly doesn't have the goods to play against better teams. Recently, they announced savior James Franklin to the rescue. As an aside, this is a perfect low expectation squad for Franklin. I expect him to get close to a few ACC titles, maybe even win one, but he'll probably lose to Florida State and Miami every year. But I don't see that hire providing Vatek any spark for this game. They're going to lose to Miami here, and they're going to lose big. Miami will be motivated to put up another convincing win to show the NCAA that they're playoff worthy. They have the 28th ranked scoring offense in the country, 7th ranked points against. All this adds up to a nice Miami win.
Yeah.
Jared, give me Miami -17.5, -105 odds, and I will take that for 3 stars.
You know, on a side note, can that Miami quarterback play a 6th year? Carson Beck, 6th or 7th year?
I think he's going to play till he's 35 in college. He'll probably make more money that way.
It's like, hey, I'm going to a keg party, but I make $4 million a year.
You know, indeed.
I was going to pick that as my bonus pick. But I didn't. I have another bonus pick, but that was
Thank you.
A really, really good. I like that pick. I think Miami's going to crush Virginia Tech. And
is it too late to take SMU?
Bonus pick. There you go.
Wow.
Jer.
All right.
Enlighten us. It's pro football time.
All right. Pro football time. Oh, I did want to point out, I'm wearing my Medusa shirt. This is my niece's all-girl rock band in Cleveland, and they're awesome. And I'm going up there to see them in the springtime. I've got some old friends up there that just out of the blue happened to catch them, and they love them. So
let me know. Maybe I'll go with
Medusa in Cleveland, badass.
Let them rock and roll.
If you see him, yeah. Anyhow, all right, on to the pros. I wanted to make this bet on Monday when it came out, and I think this is my first 5-star pick of the year. I don't think I've made a 5-star pick. I'm looking at Indianapolis Colts. I'm looking at them going to the Super Bowl. I think the city of Indianapolis is just hot as hell. Like I've said before, the Pacers, Indiana, Hoosiers, they're not in Indianapolis, but they're at. My buddy Bill, who watches the podcast, hey Bill, is winning the the fantasy football league that I'm in last place in, and he just got a new girlfriend, and she's awesome. So Indianapolis is on, man. So I'm taking Indianapolis Colts, 5 stars, over Kansas City Chiefs. I'm getting 3.5 points in the point spread of that. So
Yep.
I'm all over that.
Could very easily end the Chiefs season.
It could. It could. And Colts are hot. I'm telling you. Chiefs, they're struggling to stay alive. Okay.
Interesting. An interesting play. You know, if you're betting on the Chiefs, you have to hate that hook.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unsettling,
Right.
quite frankly. But yeah, if you're betting on the Colts, then I totally get it.
Plus 3.5 points at minus 115 for 5 stars.
Yep. My worry in that game, and just to talk about it really quick, is really Daniel Jones. I mean, I just wonder, like, he looks so good to start the year.
When is he really going to become Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I think he already has. That's my point, and it makes me nervous. But again, I could see that being a field goal game for sure. The Chiefs just aren't what they used to be. Even though I checked the rankings, I looked at this game. I checked the rankings. Chiefs are high on offense and defense.
Yeah, they are.
Somewhere they used to be, they used to win games like the Eagles do now. Like at the end of the game, they just win.
Yeah. Well,
and they're not doing that this year.
I cashed on Denver
Who's their defensive coordinator? Spagnuolo?
Yeah, Spagnuolo, yeah.
He's going to call some plays against Danny Diamonds?
No. I mean, I think one of the big issues is the Chiefs' offensive line, like it was in the Super Bowl. But, I mean, I think they've played better, but I think that's an area of weakness. Their defense is good.
Denver kept the Chiefs from doing what the Chiefs do last week, which is win at the end of the game. And Denver came through, their defense came through, and I cashed on that bet. That was good.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
All right.
Go
ahead, sir.
More pro picks for me. So since I like to get the action going as soon as possible, there's a game tonight, Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans playing in a couple hours, and I'm going to bet a parlay on that game. I like the Bills minus 5.5 points over 44.5 for a parlay that pays 200 plus 242. And I'm putting 3 stars on that game. So we're going to get the action going early. And that would be roughly a 7.5 star payout for me tonight if that hits. CJ Stroud is out again. And they're back. His backup quarterback, what was his name? Milky or something?
Davis Mills.
Yeah. He's doing pretty good as a backup. He's come in and is doing actually pretty good for them. But still, starters out again with this concussion protocol. So, the Texans aren't going to quite be on their game. The Bills have got to start showing that they're the Bills if they want to continue to play past the next 4 weeks or so.
Or stop relying on Superman. What did he have? 6 touchdowns last week?
Yeah. Something like that. I didn't watch that game. But yeah.
So one more time, the bet is you're taking Bills minus the points. Is that right?
Bills parlay minus 5.5 points and the over 44.5.
Over 44.5.
Yes.
It's funny. I like the exact opposite.
Do you?
Yeah.
Take it as your bonus pick.
I might. I think the Texans have a real shot to win this game.
Why?
They have the best defense in football.
Yeah.
Buffalo coming off that sort of
fluky big win.
Buffalo not the same team away from Buffalo. Texans will be hyped to play this game. They beat the Titans by 3 points last week because they were clearly disregarding the Titans because they knew they had the Bills coming up. I don't know. I just, I like the Titans, the Texans in this game.
Well, maybe I'm pissed at the Texans because they burned me last week on one of my podcasts.
Could be that.
Anyhow,
yeah, indeed.
I'm sticking with it. That's what we're going to say.
Had a guy.
All right, my third pick. So, Mr. Penix is out for the season. They have ruled. So Atlanta is now back to Mr. Cousins as their quarterback, and Kirk Cousins is coming in this week. And Jack, you are the one that said what happens when the backup quarterback steps in. Someone like Kirk Cousins, it's been there. He has to make a good showing. He's got to do well.
Yes.
And who are they playing? They're playing what you had ruled as the worst team in football this year, the New Orleans Saints.
I did.
Okay. It's a very close odds line. It's like 2.5 points or something. So I'm taking the Falcons in this game over the Saints money line at plus 114 odds for 4 stars. Bills game before was 3 stars. There you
Yep.
there-
I
there
don't
you
hate
go.
that pick.
There you go.
I do worry a little bit about the line in that game. It's kind of speaking like Saints favored.
Yeah.
Could be their Super Bowl, that kind of. But with that said, I mean, on paper, the Falcons are definitely the better team.
I think Vegas is really overcalculating the loss of Michael Penix. So I think, Kirk Cousins used to be the starter. That's who Penix pushed out. So he wants to get in there and he wants to show he can still do this. So I think he's going to perform.
He did play once before this season, and I don't remember it going well.
No, he lost. He lost to the Panthers.
Yeah.
I think I was.
So, but hey, I mean, my backup quarterback theory, the team knows that you have to play well.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll see.
We'll go with that.
Excellent. Peter.
Gonna jump right in. It's kind of a half fade, Jerry. I'm gonna take the Texans tonight plus 5.5. Not gonna do the parlay. We're gonna take Houston Texans plus 5.5 for 3 stars minus 110. I do think Superman's gonna come down to earth. I think the Bills have been a little inconsistent, as I agree and concur with you, Jackie Boy, that they're a different team on the road. I do like getting the 5.5, even a backdoor touchdown the Texans cover. So I'm just going to a fade Jerry move, a little bit of justification there, but let's move on to the second game.
What is
Gotta
that?
take the Los Angeles.
What
3
was that?
stars.
Minus 110?
Minus 110 plus 5.5.
Got it.
Texans, Houston. Second game. Los Angeles Rams. They're on fire.
They are.
Gotta take them. They're at home. Minus 6.5 on the Sunday night game versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who've got to travel all the way across the country after a tough battle last week. I don't think Baker's going to have the magic going this weekend. So I do like the LA Rams. I do feel like it should be 7.5, 8.5. The Rams are just getting the respect they deserve. Probably the best team in football right now. So minus 6.5, minus 115 for 3 stars.
Got it.
Last game.
I like that pick, Rondo.
I do too.
Right.
I was looking at the Rams. I think the Rams are on fire, actually.
I think the Bucks are frauds too.
Yeah.
And they're all banged up.
Yeah.
Last game. My Chicago Bears. Aaron Rodgers, for years as a Green Bay Packer, has been torturing us, going to Soldiers Field. This is my house. I own you. Well, guess what, Aaron Rodgers? We would love to send you into retirement. This is our house, the Bears, sausages, deep dish pizza, old stout beer. You're going down, Rodgers. This is our house. We will own you, send you into retirement. Very excited about the Bears. 5 stars, minus 2.5 for minus 115. The Bears, very surprise team in the NFL. They're just getting better every week. Ben Johnson, coach is just getting more in symmetry with the quarterback. Very excited about the Bears. Steelers, not the same team. So I do just love Bears at home, minus 2.5. There's no terrible towels. There's just the Bears. So that's my picks, boys. I'm going to pass it over to you, Jackie Boy.
There you go.
All right. Very good.
There you go, Jack. There's your fade.
Yeah, I'm not a big believer in Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, so good luck, Rondo. I'm not going to touch that game. As we roll into Week 11 of the NFL season, Thursday night games are just getting tougher to play. Injuries, general body soreness begin to take a toll on the players. Over the last 4 weeks, the average total points scored has been 34.7. And if you throw out the Rams' 37-10 thrashing of the Vikings 4 weeks ago, over the last 3 weeks, the average total has been 30 points a game. Now, of course, you have to look at the teams that are playing. So Ravens versus Dolphins, they averaged 45 points per game. They scored 34. Raiders versus Broncos, they normally average 38 points a game. They scored a total of 17. Jets, Pats, they normally score 47. They scored a total of 41. The decline in points is noticeable as the average score of those 3 teams has gone from 43 to 30 points per game. So let's look at the Bills and Texans. The Bills are one of the top offenses in the league, scoring 29 points a game. Texas, not so much. They average about 22, total of 51 points a game. However, the Texans own the league's best points against defense, holding teams to just 16 points per game. You can see where I'm going here. I've got a bunch of more analysis to tell you, but I'm just going to skip to the end because I know you guys.
I already have it typed in.
Yeah. This game's going under, and the number is low, and it makes me a little bit nervous. But I do like the under here. Yeah, I see the Texans holding the Bills down. Bills have to travel on short rest. Bills receivers stink. The Texans secondary is good. Their pass rush is good. Give me the under, Jerry, under 44.5. And let's do that for 3 stars. And that's a minus 115 play.
I completely anticipated every bit of that.
So, so we can honestly say it's a half a fade.
Okay, fair. Sure.
Okay. I'm on one half of the fade. You're on the other half of the fade.
Yeah,
that's true.
There you go.
There
you go.
We're gonna give
It was actually my honest to goodness play, but I'm liking the fact that it is a fade.
It is a fade. It's going down in the books as a fade.
Yep.
Pick number 2.
Pick number 2. This is the one that I kind of want to swap out for a Bennett fade. Give me a moment. Let me compose myself with the thoughts that are going on in my mind. Do I want to make the switch? Is where I'm going with this. All right. I'm going to stick to my guns.
Okay.
The Eagles, coming off 2 huge wins against NFC contenders, are now the number 1 seed in the conference. Their defense, especially their pass rush, just looks menacing. The Cowboys at times have shown the ability to score points in bunches, but they also shown that on defense, they generally suck. So, why do I like the Cowboys in this game? This is a tough spot for the Birds. They're coming off those 2 tough opponents. Now they got to play the lowly Cowboys, who, albeit is their biggest rival, but they're also 4-5-1, having lost to the putrid Cardinals 2 weeks ago. It's going to be tough for the Birds to keep the emotion running high in this game. Much like the Eagles, the Cowboys improved their defense at the trade deadline. And if not for a few untimely drops, the Cowboys may have pulled off the upset in their first game on opening night against the Eagles. And you can rest assured the Cowboys are going to be thinking of that. And oh, by the way, this is absolutely the Cowboys Super Bowl. Dak Prescott always plays well against the Eagles. He's going to try to exploit the Eagles' only weakness on defense, that being their number 2 corner, Adoree Jackson. This line opened at 3.5, went to 4.5. The public went bananas betting the Eagles. It's now back down to 3 with 70% of the action on the Birds, yet the book is looking for more bets. I'm going to take the Cowboys here, +3, -102 for 2 stars.
an Eagles fan going with the Cowboys. I just have to pause.
Did we not have an amendment that says no one's allowed to bet on the Cowboys?
My father is spinning in his grave right now.
This is disgusting.
Over and over. Hey,
I can't.
Remember, for 2 weeks we've been saying the Eagles just win. They're going to win this game by 1 point, 24 to 23.
What do you think the line would be if they were at Philly?
They are.
I don't know, like
I thought they
6
were at
points.
Philly. I thought they played at Dallas the first time.
Yeah, the line is just screaming, Eagles, obviously,
I
which
agree.
clearly the book wants you to bet on the Birds. I mean, so that's what's telling me here. And it's the Cowboys Super Bowl. They're out of they have no shot at the playoffs. This is it for them. So anyway.
Okay.
Bet number 3. How on earth can the Raiders be favored against anyone?
And against the Browns.
Against the Browns, especially against the Browns, coming off their solid performance against the Ravens in a game that they would have won had their starting quarterback not gotten hurt. Right, Jer?
We cashed on.
We did cash on that.
That's right.
The Browns were at home last week, and I was so convinced they would play well against the Ravens. I bet on them going against the Bennett effect, I should say, and I was rewarded with a rare half-point cover.
Yes.
Beating the Bennett effect. We beat the Bennett effect last week, Jerry.
Did. -7. Right. We had 7.5.
Yes.
It was awesome.
And now, let me remind you of the Browns' performances whilst on the road. They lost to the Ravens by 24. They lost to the Lions by 24. They lost to the Steelers by 14. They lost to the Patriots by 19. They even lost to the stinking Jets by 7 points.
Yeah, I lost my money on that one too.
Yeah, and now the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders are the Jets, aren't they? With a slightly better quarterback.
I don't know if they're.
Well,
they may be worse. They may be worse.
Listen, the Browns left it on the field last week in what was their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How are they possibly going to get up to play this game? The answer is they're not, especially with Shedeur Sanders, who probably everyone on the team, I'm speculating here, but everyone on the team probably doesn't like that guy. I mean, how are they going to get up to play for him? I don't have much to say about the Raiders other than they'll be up to play this game because it gives them a chance to do something they rarely do, which is win. So, and lastly, the line, it's -3, and they're giving somebody 3.5 points. Jared, give me the Raiders for -3.5, -112, and I'll take that for 2 stars.
You got it. All right. I thought you were going to Browns on that one.
My skin is crawling that I'm actually wagering money on the Raiders, but you got to go with the gut.
I'll bet the tickets for that game are really cheap.
I bet you have to pay someone to take a ticket to that game.
It's in Vegas
for bonus time, Jerry.
It's in Vegas though, right? So.
Oh, that's true. So
they're going to charge you for that either way, just to walk into the stadium.
There you go. Bonus, baby.
All right, bonus time. My bonus pick. So this is another local game. We've got the Blue Devils of Duke going into Chapel Hill to play UNC Tar Heels football this weekend. That's a huge, huge local game. Everybody's going to be watching it. So I figured if wherever I'm going to be, that game is going to be on. So I might as well bet on it, right?
You talking about the football game or the basketball game?
I'm talking the football game.
Okay.
The football game, that game doesn't matter what the teams are like. That game is always very close. And I'm telling you, it's going to come down to the kickers. And Carolina has an outstanding field goal kicker. He's hitting 55, 60-yard field goals. He hit the other week, their entire score was 12, and they were all 4 field goals that he hit. So this game's going to come down to field goal. He's going to kick one. UNC is going to prevail over Duke. I'm taking money line. I get a lot of odds on that money line. It's +205 for 4 stars. UNC prevails.
That's an interesting selection.
Now, Jerry, are you taking some of the local action because the games are on TV?
No, I may end up at one of these games.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
You'll be live then. That's awesome.
Could be. Because
All right, my bonus pick, if it's okay.
Please.
I'm struggling right now because I'm looking at the New England Patriots. You've got Drake, Diamond, May,
Yeah.
MVP
From
candidate.
UNC, a UNC
I want to
boy.
go with him, Drake, Diamond, May, and then I want to fade Danny Diamond Jones. So it's kind of like, do I go against Danny Diamond and go with Drake? I know they're playing different teams, but I'm just trying to figure out who to go with. And it comes down to the Jerry factor.
I knew you were going to say it. I knew it.
All about Kansas City Chiefs 5-5. They got to win. And for some reason, I feel like you cursed the Colts, Jerry. I'm sorry, but we'll talk about it next week. I do like the Chiefs -3.5. I'll take them for 4 stars, -105. It's do or die. I think that we also forget the fact that Patrick Mahomes is one of the best players in the NFL in the last 25 years. And he's going to get these guys pumped up in the locker room before the game, and they're going to just let it all out on the field. So I think it's really one of these situations where the Chiefs, this is their Super Bowl. This is their do or die. This is walking into a volcano if they lose this game. So I just feel like, Jerry, you cursed the Colts. So that's where my bonus pick goes. What did I say? 3 stars?
Yeah.
Yep, -3.5, -105. Pass it over to Jackie Boy.
Yeah, it's funny, Rondo, because I was preparing to fade our friend with this game.
Hey, you have four other options
for my bonus pick. I know, but this is the one that I kind of like. And the reason really is the Arrowhead factor. The Chiefs. I was watching the Chiefs Ravens game, where the Chiefs, the one where Lamar got hurt way late in the game, and the Chiefs just just crushed them in Arrowhead, and I was like,
Was that this year?
Yeah. So, but with that said, I don't want Rondo to he I agree that I like the I don't want to go with Rondo because the competition is good. So
take the Steelers.
Oh, I'm not taking the Steelers. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to stick with my original bonus pick. After the Giants' gut punch loss to the Packers last week, I was really set to fade them if Jameis Winston was going to start and put his interception show out on the field. However, Jackson Dart was limited in practice on Wednesday, practiced again today. I'm going to assume he's going to play, and I will be on the Giants. His scrambling ability keeps him in games. He's a gamer, making his teammates want to play hard for him. And he also doesn't give up, making a backdoor cover a real possibility. Giants are averaging 21 points per game for 23rd best in the NFL, but in games Jackson Dart has started, that average climbs to 24.1, which would rank them 13th in the NFL. So when he plays, they could score. Meanwhile, the Lions offense got spanked by the Eagles' now stellar defense last week. And we know the NFC is a 2-horse race between the Eagles and the Rams. You could throw Seattle in if you're a Sam Darnold believer, but I'm not. I wonder how much energy the Lions are going to bring to this game after the last week's realization that they're not good enough. Lions also have a huge look ahead to the Packers next week. And so, yeah, I'm going to be on the Giants here. Sorry?
I said, not good enough.
No, not good enough. The public's also pounding the Lions. They're the 7th most bet on team this week. 2 of their starters on offensive line did not practice yesterday. Beleaguered secondary didn't practice yesterday. Jerry, give me the Giants plus 10.5, -110 for 3 stars.
Okay.
Yes.
You've got it. There's some interesting.
Dart will keep them in the game.
Interesting picks out there, huh?
Gotta be careful scrambling.
I think your Eagles' superiority is tainting your view of these other NFC teams.
Perhaps.
I
Perhaps.
don't think the Lions are not that good. I think they're pretty good.
I do think they're pretty good. I think they're much better than the Giants. Are they 10.5 points better? With you know, I
Dart.
do, as much as I don't like to say it, I do like Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
And I see the real possibility of a late backdoor cover kind of situation here.
Right. Got to stick with it then.
Yes, I am.
All right.
Well,
so I see 1 fade Jerry from Jack and 3 fade Jerrys from Pete this week. See? Pete has been capitalizing on the concept. I will say that
yes.
the stats reflect that. They do.
Yes, indeed.
All right, there.
Pete, any thoughts to what
No,
Jerry's
it's just follow the trend. It's about fading Jerry. He has a skill, he has a talent, he's the magic touch. So I'm not here to understand it because I've tried to analyze and understand my colleague, my friend's picks. I just know that when he does a pick, you have to listen in and look and make a decision if you're going to fade or you're going to stay away. Those are my 2 options: fade or stay away.
well, there it is. So
Right.
all
There's no
smart listeners.
No follows, Peter. Never follow. That's what you just implied. Never follow.
Never follow.
That's it. I'm gonna jump off a bridge.
Very good. Well, as always, boys, it was great. I come to the end of another show. It was a good one. Good luck with your picks this week. And as always, fade Jerry.
Fade Jerry.
Good night.
Adios.